Okay. Welcome back to all the students. Good afternoon, one and all. And yesterday we have stopped our discussion the examples and history of our image processing. So now today the second topic is that is all of you visible, all of you visible my slides and audible my voice. Anyone respond, please? Hello. All of you visible my slides.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Fundamental steps in our digital image processing. Today we are going to learn about what are the fundamental steps involved in our digital image processing. Okay, here, if you observe, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 steps are there. In each step, we are performing or we are operating some operations or some we are performing some tasks. So first of all, there is a problem domain. Here, the problem domain means please mute remaining people. Please join on the mute lo unnaali. Okay, in problem domain means the scene element. So whatever we have to capture and we have to take the picture, the scene element is called as the problem domain. So from this problem domain, the first fundamental step is image acquisition. Already in previous class, so far we have discussed the acquisition process. So in acquisition process, what is happening? There is acquisition equipment is there. So in that equipment, either we can take analog image or digital image. Most probably we are taking digital image since we are in digital image process. Okay. In our camera system, there is a digital conversion. Digital converter is there, analog to digital converter, that is ABD converter is there, that can take the responsibility to convert from analog image to the digital image. So from this acquisition element, image acquisition, there are some different acquisition processes are there: single sensor, multi sensor, strip line sensor. Later on we can see that. However, in this step, image acquisition step, we are acquiring the image or a signal, like signal or image. Okay, next. The next step is image enhancement. So, what is the meaning of enhancement in general meaning? We already know enhancing. Enhancing means highlighting the points, highlighting the required parts. That is called as enhancement. And what are the general tasks or operations in this enhancement? There are some transformation techniques or operations. That means mathematical operations are happened in this step to enhance the image. So after image acquisition, the image may be clear or not, some light intensities are dull, whatever it is. The first step. So those are all removed, and some there is also a noise, okay, and noise and remaining lighting intensities. These are all resolved in this second step. That means removing the noise, filtering. That means removing the noise means filtering, and enhancement, highlighting the image. So that is whatever all these steps are involved in this image enhancement step, second step. Next, come to the image restoration. This is also we have discussed in the previous one, that is degradation. So whatever your degraded image can be restored again. So if your old images are let us consider your old images. In old images, there are some parts are degraded. So that degraded image also can be regained or restored by using this step, the third step. In third step, we are restoring the lossy information. Whatever you lose.
సార్ మీ వాయిస్ వినిపించట్లేదు సార్.
చూడండి, ఓకేనా? హలో హలో, ఇప్పుడు ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్, ఓకే సార్.
Okay. So now in image restoration, whatever we lose our image particles, those are all can be restored in this image restoration process. Okay. Next. The next step is morphological. The name itself indicating morphology. You know already nowadays there are so many different images are morphed. So the morphing process can be happen in this next step after image 1, 2, 3, 4. In the fourth step, how the image can be morphed and what are the processes are used to morph the images or how we can identify the image can be either morphed or not. Okay, that is we can discuss in this step. The next step is segmentation. Segmentation means why we need to segment the image. Out of total image, sometimes we don't want to or we want it to consider the entire image. For suppose if you take body scanning, in body scanning if you want consider only a particular organs, so those organs only we have to highlighting. So in that case we have to segment it, or we have to divide the number of particles or number of segments into an image. So how we are going to segment the image can be learned in this step, segmentation. Next, object recognition. So here also object recognition, how we are recognizing this is the particular object, this is a particular thing, and how we are identifying the object in this recognition, object recognition. Next, the next step is representation and description. After object is can be recognized, how we are representing the image in the digital form, or how we are describing the digital. So what happens in the digital, what happens in the object, and what happens, how the intensity is modified, and how the colors can be more changed. So those are all can be represent in this representation and description. Next, image compression. So I think might you already know the what is the compression requirement. The most fundamental thing is to save the memory. So we are all nowadays we are transferring the images from one point to another point. In your Gmail also, if your data is very large, what happens? First of all, you are zip and unzip. So from sender, we are zip. After receiving at receiver, unzip. So what happens here? We are saving the image. Sorry, we are saving the memory to transfer the your material or your data from one point to another. So here also same. Generally, images can occupy this more memory in our memory system. So to save that memory, definitely we need to compress the images. So the compression techniques. What are the compression techniques are used? Can be discussed in this step. Okay, image compression. Image compression. Next one is color image processing. So simply, except this step, in previous, in all these steps, we are using grayscale image or monochrome image. Okay, na? Grayscale image, monochrome image. So whatever we are using all the previous steps, which are used for the grayscale, all are happen in this color image process. Simply, the image can be changed. What is the image? What is the image? Color image for the instead of monochrome image, we are using color image in this step. So now from first onwards, I am showing image acquisition. So here what happens? Image acquisition in this step. In just a minute. So see here, image acquisition. So in fundamental step, so I already told you this is a pictorial representation. So in this pictorial representation, what is this? There is illumination source, energy source, scene element, imaging system, and there is a screen, digital screen. So this is the arrangement of your acquisition. The next one is image enhancement. So in image enhancement, if you observe here, hello, hello. Hello. Anyone respond? I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Audible,
See,
sir.
audible. Okay. B61 call చేస్తున్నాడు అందుకని okay. And the second one is image. In second step, if you observe, this is dull. The captured image is very dull with noise also. In the second step, the first picture is very dull and also having noise. But in after enhancement, if you clearly we are observing the image is very clear, very clarity. Okay, enhanced. The next one, image restoration. Here, image restoration means the image is degraded version. You observe clearly, this is degraded version, old images. But that degraded images also can be restored, and after restoration of the image will be very clear. Second one. So here, okay. Next, morphology. So morphology generally in security purpose or in law enforcement. Already I told you in cybercrime or in the law enforcement, we are using this morphological image processing. That means our thumbs or our faces can be morphed or not. Sometimes our images or other persons can be morphed with some different. So in that case, if you put a case, definitely the criminal cyber crimes definitely can take action. That means that image is can be either real or not, can be observed with the help of morphological image processing. Okay. Next, segmentation. Here we are segmenting process like this. So we are dividing a one image into the number of images. Object recognition. So based on your pixels, we can recognize what is the type of object. It's representation. So here, what is the representation? This is one type of representation. Dots. This is another dots, and staircase like this, or in path representation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. So different methods are there. And here image compression. So this is like your zip. Already told you, WinZip. Okay, zipping methods. Next, color image processing. So if you here observed, the first one is monochrome. The second one is color image. The first one is for normal grayscale image processing. The second one is color image processing. So in color image processing, we are using color images instead of this monochrome images. So these are the main fundamental steps which are involved in our digital image processing step. Move on to our components. The next point is, or the next topic is, wait a minute. Components. What are the components which are required for a particular image processing system? Okay. So how many components? 1, 2, 3, 7. There are 7 general hardware components required for the normal digital image processing or any image processing system. So here also there is the first one is a problem domain. Problem domain means, what is the problem domain? Whatever we have to capture the scene element, it is called as problem element. Okay. Next, come to this sensors, image sensors. So image sensors are the hardware component. Image sensors are the hardware components which are used to sense the, or which are used to acquire the image from the problem domain. So after acquiring your, or after your sensing image, the output of these sensors is given to your what? Image processing hardware. So in this image processing hardware, we are happening some different operations, mathematical operations, logical operations, image operations, all are happening in this image processing hardware. So your digital filters, your DSP filters, whatever, all are arranged in this image hardware. Okay, and the output of image hardware is given to your computer for the processing purpose, remaining processing purpose. That means to change the histogram, to change the intensity, to remove the noise, whatever your operations will happen in this computer. So the computer is actually here the main or central processing, central unit. So from this central unit, if you want to save the or if you want to print the image, we are using hard copy device. Hard copy device is nothing but to take print out. We are using hard copy device. Next, this image displays. Image displays. If you want to see the image, whatever you captured, this image display can show your image from your computer. So next, image processing softwares. So along with your hardware, we are also using some different types of softwares, MATLAB, computer vision softwares, some other, there are different softwares are there. If you want to those are also connect to your computer. Okay. Next one, mass storage. The name itself indicating mass storage. Whatever you captured all images after processing or before processing, all are stored in this your mass storage. So our mass storage generally your extra memory elements, hard box like this. Mass storage means a big amount of storage capacity elements are called as mass storage. So we have to must connect this device to this computer to store the our required before capture and after capture. What happens, all are can be stored in this mass storage. And already there is a network, so your systems must be connected to the network. This network is generally used to send and receive the your processed images or any other processed image, or after processing or before processing, we can send or receive this with the help of this networks. Okay. Okay. With this, your second topic is also over. The first one is what is that? Image processing history and applications. We have seen that, and the second one is what are the fundamental steps involved. What are the fundamental steps involved in our image processing system? And the next topic is the components of a digital image processing. The components of a digital image processing is 7 components, and in this previous one there are how many steps are involved? Steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 steps are involved. So steps are different, components are different. Steps means what are the steps or tasks we have to take in our image processing. Components means hardware components. Okay. The next topic is image sensing and acquisition. The first fundamental part is image sensing and acquisition. Share another document is there. Please wait a minute. Okay, next. Am I audible? Anyone respond? Audible or not? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next syllabus, next topic is image sensing. So here you are observing image sensing and acquisition. How we are sensing the images and acquiring the images. There are generally there are 3 principal sensor arrangements. So how we are arranging the sensing element. So here we are observing the first one is single image sensor. So in this single image sensor, there is a box is there. In this box, we are observing there are power in and power out. So power in means there is a knob is there, power in, and this is a filter. And the energies, or energy means light. Your lighting intensity is your incident on your sensor, and these filters can be filter out noises, and only our required data can be sensed. And there is sensing material is there, and this outer box is called as housing. And from this outer element we are taking a signal like this, like the sine wave voltage waveform out. So this is single sensor. There is line sensor is also there. So there are number of this single type of sensors are arranged as a line, and from each sensor we are taking output lines. So here observe, I'm showing the cursor. So clearly observe, this is input port, input power in, and these are the output power outs. So from this we are taking all our voltage signals of your sensing data or sensing acquiring images, and not only as a line, and these are the array sensors. Arrays, instead of line we are having arrays. So out of backside of your sensors there are output elements. From those we can acquire, from those we can sense the data. Okay, these are arrangement of sensing data. And most probably your single sensors or line sensors, image acquisition using single sensor, generally with the help of film. So if you one film is rotating like this, right? There is a sensor, and the sensor is connected to a rod. Okay, and your film is rotating. While rotating this film, and this sensor can capture, and it will give the two-dimensional image using single sensor. So like this, your single sensor, and generally this single sensor can be generally used to in order to generate two-dimensional images, and also uh, there is a motion element is also there to move the images. And like this single sensors, there is uh, multiple sensors. Image acquisition using sensor strip. So there is a strip. Have you observed all of you? And this black area is image area. So if you want to capture this entire image, your strip is moving left to right, moving left to right. So linear motion like this, moving left and right. While moving your strip is left to right, your image lines can be captured or scanned with the help of your strip. And your internal strip, your internal structure is like this. Three-dimensional object is there. Okay, and linear motion and sensor ring. Okay, so this is image reconstruction. So here there is a circle element is there. So from the circle element we are capturing your image like this. Okay, corresponding sectional images of 3D object. This is multi-dimensional, and image sensor using arrays. So this arrangement is generally in our normal digital cameras. So this is the most fundamental, and this is a with the help of this structure we can take any type of picture and any type of scene elements. So here an example, digital image acquisition process. Here there is a illumination source or energy source, and this is scene element and imaging system, and here there is a digital screen. So from this digital screen we are having digital images. Instead of analog we are getting digital image. So generally this arrangement is happen in our normal nowadays CCD means charge coupled devices. Arrays are generally the size of this is 4000 into 4000 elements or more. Okay, next. Now come to the simple model. Simple model means how we are forming image can be model from our digital camera or any phone camera also, whatever it is. Generally, our image is a two-dimensional function, nothing but f of x comma y, not a f of x or not a f of y. F of x only means a signal, but it is not a signal. f of x comma y, there are two spatial coordinates, x coordinate and y coordinate. And this f indicates the amplitude and x comma y are the spatial coordinates. So x comma y is spatial coordinates, f indicates the amplitude or the intensity of a particular a point or pixel or a dot. Already I told you, the image can be represented with the help of digital values or dots or pixel values. And in mathematically, a pixel value can be represented as either f of x comma y, g of x comma y, s of t comma y, whatever it is. Most probably we are using the fundamental notation f of x comma y. So this f of x comma y can shows that a particular point or particular dot or particular pixel value of a particular spatial coordinate x comma y. X may be 0 to infinity, y may be 0 to infinity. So however, the physical sense, when the physical source can be incident on a particular image, so we can divide into the number of pixels f of x comma y, and must be remember f of x comma y is a non-zero finite value. It cannot be, it never be 0. It must be greater than 0 and less than or equals to infinity. So whatever it is, and generally the intensity values in black and white, 0 means black, 1 means white. So the intensity values varies between 0 to 1. Okay. So, but in color images, different magnitudes, different intensity levels are there. So, however, in our image model, there are two images are there: I of x comma y, R of x comma y. So, your f of x comma y is equals to I of x comma y, R of x comma y. Here, I of x comma y is the illuminations. So, I of x comma y is illumination function, and what is R of x comma y? Reflectance. So, when we are incidenting a light on the particular object, definitely some of light can be reflected back. That is represented with the help of R of x comma y. I of x comma y is incident light. I of x comma y into R of x comma y is your total f of x comma. Okay, and here definitely we can say that your I of x comma y illuminating is 0 less than I of x comma y less than infinity. That means your intensity value or incident light value must be finite and in between 0 to infinity. But your reflected value is 0 less than R of x comma y less than n. And here if R of x comma y 0 means there is a total absorption by object, and R of x comma y equal to 1 means total reflections. So the entire value is reflected back. Okay, so if R of x comma y is 0 means there is no image, it is not possible to get your image back. So this must be 1. Then only we can capture or we can sense our images. So the basic fundamental formation of image model is f of x comma y equals to I of x comma y into R of x comma y. I of x comma y is incident image. R of x comma y is reflected back intensity value. Okay. And generally there is a scaling factor is there. Intensity scale is 0 to L minus 1. 0 to L minus 1 means just consider your intensity value divided into number of intensity levels: 0 to 256, 0 to 64, 0 to 32, 0 to 556. Like this, we can have a depends upon your requirement digital values. We can have the different intensity range values. Okay, how it can be show that with the help of sampling technique. Okay, after acquiring this image or sensing the image, the next process is sampling and quantization. How the signal can be quantized, sampled and quantized. Why we need to sample and quantized? We have to learn about that. And see here. Here I am taking an analog image. Already this is the scene element. So from this there is a scan line is there. I am considering, let us consider only A to B. So from this A to B, depends upon your intensity value, the signal will be like this. This is analog signal. Okay, this is point A and point B. In between these 2 points, my intensity signal will be like this. Okay, now I want to sample this signal. So what is sampling? Here, if you observe, there is a small dots are there, small dot. So here we are considering only some particular instance of timing. This is timing scale. Clearly observe, this is timing scale. So after sampling, we are considering only approximate values, not entire value. Remember all of you again. After this sampling, there is a quantization level. What is quantization? In quantization methods, we are approximating or we are rounding the sample value to the nearest quantized levels. Quantized step. In quantization method, first of all, we are dividing our entire voltage level or intensity level into the number of equal steps. So these are the steps. If you observe clearly here, this is white and this is black. In our image processing, in our normal signal methods, step 0, step 1, step 2, step 3, like this. But here not like that. So step 0 means black, step high means infinity means white, or otherwise 1, 0, 1. 0 means black, 1 means highlight. So depends upon your quantization method. There are some digital values are there. So here the digital values we are approximating. So let us consider this point is nearer to dark. This point is nearer to dark, but these 3 points are nearer to white. So these pixels are white pixels and these pixels are dark pixels. So depends upon your light scene element. After digitizing the values will be like this. And here, for suppose 0 to L minus 1. L minus 1 means last value. 0 means the first value. So we are dividing the scale into the intensity scale is 0 to L minus 1. And in between these two, your digital values are happen, and depends upon your digital values, the scale will be, the intensity scale will be varies. Okay. So this is the process to convert analog to digital or sampling and quantization. After quantization, the values will be encoded into your binary values, zeros and ones, of course. And why we need to convert into zeros and ones? Easy process to manipulate the data in digital. It's very easy and compare with analog. We are operating logical operations with the help of only zeros and ones, not analog signal. We are not able to operate your digital operations on analog signal. So that's why we have to convert from analog to digital. Next, representation of a digital image. After converting, this is the model. So if you observe here, there is a horizontal and vertical. So vertically there is m minus 1 number of rows, and there is horizontally there is n minus 1 of columns. Okay, column 1, 0 column, first column, second column, third column, and similar 0th row, first row, second row, like this. So number of rows, number of columns. It is like your matrix. Okay, origin. Here f of x comma y is representing your 1 pixel value. So this f of x comma y is 0 comma 0 means origin. X comma 1, x minus 1, x minus y minus 1. This is the dot. So x minus 2, y minus 2. This is the dot. Like this, we are representing your digital image after converting is like this. There are number of pixels. So here m into n, number of columns into number of rows, or number of rows into number of, whatever it is, m by n. M by n is one image. So we can represent m star n or m by n. This image is like this. So f of x comma y. F of 0 comma 0 is original element. F of 0 comma 1 means 0th row, first column. Right? Next f of 0 comma n minus 1, 0th row, n minus 1 column element, like last element. Similarly, this is f of m comma 1 minus m minus 1 comma n minus 1. This is the last element or last digital value or last pixel. Okay, this is f of x comma y is a matrix representation of a digital image. Next. Here, let us consider your L is a last element or length of the intensity scale, and this L can be represented as 2 power k. So we are representing your number of scales, number of lines or steps into number with the help of your binary values. Power of k. Here k is representing your number of bits required. For suppose, or for example, if you want to get 256 possible gray levels, 256 possible gray levels or 256 intensity scale levels, how can we get? So when it is L equal to 256, if k equals to 8, that means 2 power 8 equals to how much? 256 values. Let us consider 2 power 4 or 2 power 3. How many values? 2 power 3 means 2 cube. So 2 cube means how many values? L equals to 8 grayscales. 2 power 4 16. 2 power 5 32. 2 power 6 like this. So 2 power 8 256 values. So if you take k value equals to 8 bits, and you will get how many values? How many possible values? 256 gray levels. So your image can be varied between 0 to 256. Okay. Next. Therefore, the total number of bits required to store a digital image is m into n is equals to b equals to m into n into k. So m into k for columns, n into k for rows. So however, if you take m equals to n, that means number of rows equals to number of columns. If equal, then your number of bits equals to n square into k. Here k is number of bits per one single dot. Remember all of you, here k is number of bits. That is depends upon your requirement. You can represent 3 bit, 4 bit, 2 bit, 5 bit, or 6 bit, 8 bit, 7 bit, like this. So depends upon your requirement, we can represent the display image. M equals to n equals to, if both are equal, then your number of bits required to represent a display image equals to n square into k. So if you know k value, that means if let us consider again n value, k value. If you know n value and k value, definitely we can calculate number of bits for total image. Okay, next, spatial and grayscale resolutions. So depends upon your number of bits, the images resolutions can be varied. So here, if you observe here, the first one is 32, the second one is 64, and third one is 120, and this is 256 levels, and this is 512. If you are increasing your number of bits, digital bits, your resolution also can be varied. So if you observe, the first one is very low resolution, and the next one is the better resolution. Further is better resolution, and next further is a better resolution, and the last one is, if you take 1024 into 1024, you will get better resolutions. So depends upon your number of bits consideration also. We can have some resolution of a image can be varied, definitely. So here also same, depends upon your bits. If you increasing the bits, more resolution. If you decreasing the bits, resolutions can be damaged. So depends upon your number of bits consideration, the images can be more reliable and more visible. Okay, here also same. This is a scalp, or this is image of our head, scanning of our head. Depends upon if this is 256 grayscale 8 bits, 128 grayscale 7 bits, 64 bits 6 bits, 32 grayscale 5 bits. Next come to 16 levels 4 bits, 8 levels 3 bits, and 4 levels 2 bits, and this is 2 levels 1 bit. 1 bit means 0 or 1. 0 or 1 means if 0 completely black, if 1 full white. But here 4 bits. 4 bits means 2 bits means 4 gray levels. So if there is 4 gray levels, change depends upon your bits changing. That means 00, 01, 10, 11. 00 means first grayscale, 0th grayscale. 01 means first scale. 10 means second scale. 11 means last scale. So depends upon your changing your bits value. The intensity scales also changeable. So this is 4 gray and 8 gray and 16 gray and 32 gray, 64 gray, 128 gray, and also 256 gray. So depends upon your requirement, we are setting our digital values. Okay. Next, come to the aliasing and Moir patterns. So already you know what is aliasing. Aliasing is the main major problem in our sampling process. In sampling process, the sampling must be done with the criteria, sampling criteria. So what is the criteria? I think all of you know there is a sampling criteria, Nyquist criteria or sampling criteria. Fs is greater than Fs must be greater than or equals to 2 times of f suffix m. Here Fs is sampling frequency. So the sampled signal frequency, and f suffix m is message signal frequency. That is signal. But here also same. We are having two signals here: horizontal signal and vertical signal. Or there are two dimensional image. So that must be greater than here. There is a sampling frequency criteria is there. Fs is greater than or equals to 2 times of Fm actually. So then only the process and the signal will be sampled properly. Otherwise, if this condition or criteria will not be met, definitely there is aliasing properly or overlapping of the portions. Yes. So let us consider one signal. This is my uh, the red signal is my signal. What is that? Sorry, blue signal is my message signal, and red signal is high frequency signal. That means sampling signal. So after we are considering only these points, blue points. Consider these blue points. That means very low sampling. Sampling signal frequency is very less. Then you will get aliasing will be like this. This is called as overlapping portion. This overlapping portion is called as aliasing. So due to this aliasing portion, there is an effect is called as Moir pattern. Moir pattern means this is my example. So if you have observed clearly, actually there is a only one square image, but instead of one square image, we are visible two times. So two times visible. Two times we are visible in two times we are getting visible two images instead of one. That is called as Moir effect due to what is that? Due to aliasing effect. So aliasing is generally happen. Aliasing happen generally due to your sampling process only. The sampling must be done and must be satisfy the criteria that is called as Nyquist criteria. Okay. Let's come to the interpolation is there. So interpolation means we are increasing or decreasing the intensity value of a particular dot with the help of other neighbors. So if you are if one pixel value is very low, intensity is very low, and the next pixel, the neighbor pixel is having very high value, if you merge both, or if you change or if you transfer that intensity to this pixel value, that is called as interpolation. Generally there are two types of interpolation: nearest neighbor interpolation and bilinear interpolation. So it's simply interpolation meaning that we are enlarging, or we are enlarging by enlarging we can extend the intensity values of a particular intensity values to the next intensity values. That is called as interpolation. Okay, so here like this. Okay, zoomed version. So this is 128 into 120 is zoomed into 1024 into 102. So if you interpolating means enlarging, 128 image is enlarged into 1024. Similarly, 64 into 64 can, if you enlarge it into 1024 into 1024, what happens? Your intensity values can be varied from one point to another point. So like this, we are changing our intensity values. That is called as interpolation values. Okay, up to now we have seen time is up 15 minutes. Okay, today we have seen what are the points. Once again, I'm reviewing the points. So today we have seen the fundamental steps involved in our digital image processing. There is a block diagram. All of you must be go through the textbooks. There is a clear information. And the second one is what are the components involved in our digital image processing. So after that, image acquisition, sensing, and quantization. Image acquisition, sensing, and quantization. Image acquisition, we are how we are acquiring image and how we are sensing. What are the types of sensor elements we are using? Single sensor, strip sensor, line sensor, and array sensors. Like that, how we are going to do. And similarly, quantization, sampling and quantization. Why we need to sampling and quantization? Generally, the scene elements are analog. In nature, we are evaluating only analog. Must be remembered. So, but that is not possible to process the same image in our digital images process. So, definitely we have to convert from analog to digital, and for that we need to convert and we need to process sampling and quantization. Using sampling and quantization, we can convert from analog to digital. And after that, the representation of a image. How we are representing the converted your image into digital. So that is mathematically f of x comma y. F of x comma y is a dot or a pixel value. Mathematically as a matrix form, f of x comma y equals to f of 0 0, f of 0 comma x minus 1, f of 0 comma x minus 2, like this, and so on, f of 0 comma n minus 1. Similarly, the last element f of x comma x f of n minus 1 and f of m minus 1. This is the last element. So however, the digital image can be represented as a matrix form, as mathematically. And after that, what is it, aliasing effect also we have seen that. Due to aliasing, there is a Moir patterns are there, and the example is like this, will be like this. And after that, zooming process or interpolation, zooming and shrinking and digital images. Zoom or shrinking. Zoom means enlarge, shrinking means squeezing our image. So what happens zoom and what happens squeeze? So this is zooming and this is squeezing. Okay, forward is zooming, reverse back is shrinking. So if you are enlarging the image, there is a blurring effect. You are shrinking the image, there is a clarity. Okay, so however, um, we have completed fundamental steps, components, and image sensing and quantization. So in next class we are going to discuss the basic relationships. So what are the basic relationships in our image, basic relationships of pixels between in our image, how they are, that means neighbors, diagonals, and whatever this. So those are all can be discussed in our next class. Okay, with this we are concluding today's topic. Thank you much, and all of you must send your number into the chat box. I will wait for 5 minutes. Okay, is there any is there anyone? Chat box. In chat box, we have 88 members of participants. Okay, stop sharing. And 99 which and still, if there is anyone wants to send message, please send. That is the only consideration of your attendance. Okay, thank you very much. I'm signing off.